Now, taking a tour of the pits is par for the course these days for some fortunate F1 fans on a Grand Prix weekend, but it's not every day you get a personalised tour courtesy of a world champion. Well, that's exactly what happened this week as Lewis Hamilton took us through the ins and outs of Vodafone McLaren.
Hi, I'm Lewis Hamilton and I'm here to show you around the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes pit garage. Follow me. So here I'm going to take you through to the engineers room, and this is where all the engineers from the gearbox, from the mechanical side, they all congregate here to watch. So I sit just here actually. This is my little spot, and usually I come in here. We look over data, we read, have files. I sit with head engineer and assistant engineer. We talk about this is where we do the debrief after the test. So we go out and practice, we come back here afterwards, and whatever changes that I need for the next session, we usually congregate here and have a chat. Jensen sits across the table, so we always have the feedback from both of us is clear and open to both of us. We have the guys over that side generally working on the gearbox, gear ratios and gear shifts and those kind of things. Down this end are usually the aero guys behind you. And then we have here these guys here during the race. They're constantly watching these screens, and on these screens they'll have all the data of the feedback that's coming from the car, and they'll be able to tell us, they'll be able to analyze how the temperature of the fuel, the temperature of the engine, the oil temperature, and making sure that everything looks well. And if I've got any problems, any feelings in the car, if I say I have a strange feeling on my left front, they're able to pretty much check everything from here and say, everything's okay, Lewis, and put my mind at ease so I can continue doing my job. I like to know everything about my car, so when I come in after my practice session, I can pretty much dictate what I want. I know exactly what change I need. I know what part of the car that needs to be changed, and when they're talking about the car, I need to have a very good understanding of what they're talking about. So I definitely feel since I've been in Formula One, it's been quite a key element to my development, and to winning the World Championship, I don't think I would have been able to do it if I didn't have any clue about the car, so it's quite important. As you can see, the garages we have, I think we have like two garages pretty much, and we have to squish everything. The media guys, the engineers, the mechanics, everything has to be squashed in, so it's very kind of tight. So here is, we have all these computer systems back here. There's a lot of hardware back there, and in here is where the guys are constantly analyzing the oil and the fuel. So this is really where everything's made sure it's perfect for the car. And these guys are mega experts. And this is where we can gain this time. Performance and reliability comes from the oil and the lubricants. So this is really the lubricant area, but mainly for the engine. Can you give us a little bit of explanation exactly what you're doing here?
Yes, of course. This is for checking the conformity of the race fuel, so that we're always conform and meet the regulations. And on this side we have an oil analyzer for checking the health of the engine and the gearbox and all the components on the race car.
Yeah. And then we come down here. I'm going to take you into... So this is the whole garage, but we have a little section here for all the VIP guests and the sponsors. So during the race and during qualifying, the VIP guests come and sit in here with closed doors, and they can they can pretty much just watch everything that goes on my car and goes on Jensen's car, and get to have a look at what's going on. And they can also watch the telemetry, so the lap times, the way how the race is planning out. And they get to listen also to what we're doing in the car and what we're saying to the engineers. So it's kind of a cool experience for them. Just take you a little bit into the garage. This is my side of the garage here. So I have my group of guys. We got Jensen's car on that side, and from race to race it changes whether I'm that side or that side. It depends what way the track is. But we have a center island here. In the past, the engineers used to be on that side of the wall and that side, so we were quite far away from each other. Is where they've designed this the last year. So, me and my guys, we stand here, my engineers, we can look at it, the lap times, the sector times we're losing, improving, Jensen's on the other side of that, and we're all plugged in by radio, so we can all chat. I can hear what Jensen's saying about his car. So it's real teamwork, and it's open. Whatever I find in my car, improvements, or he might say to me, how do you feel about that setting? I'll say, it feels really good. You should try it. You might like it, and vice versa. So it works really well as a, I don't think you see this in many other teams. It's a real team effort here.